it's Michelle Schubnell, creator of the Group Coaching Success Program. Congratulations on your smart decision to take advantage of this free video training series on how to get started with group coaching. And I also want to thank you for your trust and joining me on this journey. Did you know that group coaching is hands down the best way for you as a coach to make more money and serve more clients while also working less? It's true. Group coaching is also awesome for helping you grow your business faster, gain more expertise, and really be seen as a leader in your coaching area. You know, the big problem with one-on-one coaching is that even though it can be very rewarding and lucrative, there are really two big problems with one-on-one coaching. The first big problem is that there's no way to coach and serve all those people who can't afford your one-on-one coaching. Unless you're severely underpricing your services, I bet you're running into the money objection occasionally. Ideal clients you'd absolutely love to work with, but who can't afford your one-on-one rates. That's why you want to have a group option, because it enables you to serve so many more clients and really be able to coach people that otherwise would not receive the benefit of your one-on-one coaching. The second big problem with just focusing on one-on-one coaching is that ultimately, when you just focus on trading your time for money, you get burnt out. You reach a ceiling in both the amount of clients you can serve and the income you can make. And the fact is, there's that constant grind of always needing to market to find where the next client's coming from. So group coaching addresses these two big problems and so much more. You know, I really know I can feel this myself, because back in 2000, when I first started my coaching business, you know, I struggled in the beginning, let me tell you, to fill my practice. But in about a year or so, I got things dialed in. My business was humming along. I was super busy coaching my clients and running my business. And then something happened in my personal life. My mom was diagnosed with multiple myeloma, which is bone marrow cancer. And we were super close. So of course, I wanted to do whatever I could to spend as much time with her and really be there for her. But the challenge was, I live out here in the San Francisco Bay Area, and she's in Long Island, New York, which is where I grew up. And so I started flying back and forth from California to Long Island to be with her, which in the beginning was great because I was so appreciative to have my own business that allowed me to do that. But then I was realizing, man, I'm spending all this time and money to fly across the country, but I'm not really with my mom as much as I'd like to be when I'm here in New York. I'm so wrapped up in coaching my clients and my business. So I made the decision, I'm going to focus on group coaching. And I really shifted my business model from one-on-one to groups. And let me tell you, when I first started doing that, it was not that easy. I had no training on how to coach groups, so I just kind of stumbled my way through things. I had a little bit of a challenge filling my groups when I started marketing groups for the first time. Some of my one-on-one clients weren't really excited about the shift in my business model. But the one thing I had going for me is I was committed to doing groups because I really wanted to keep my business going and have the time and flexibility to really support my mom. And so I stuck with it. And over the years, you know, I figured out best practices. I continued my education and learned some skills and tools to help me coach group. And you know, since then, I've literally coached hundreds and hundreds of group sessions and have taught thousands of coaches how to be successful with group coaching as well. So whether you want to coach groups because you're really focused on making more money in less time, maybe you want to serve more clients, it's really important to you to make a bigger impact. Or maybe you just want to free up a bunch of time, that's what's really important to you. Whatever the reasons are, you're totally in the right place if you're interested in learning what you need to do to be successful with group coaching. So I'm on a mission to help more coaches start coaching groups. In fact, I'd like to get 10,000 coaches starting a new group coaching program this year. And in this free video training, I'm going to show you that ultimately there are only 3 key steps you need to follow to be successful with group coaching. Step number 1. Design an irresistible group. Step number 2, market to fill your group. And step number 3, confidently coach your group. And in today's video, I'm specifically going to focus on what you need to do to design that irresistible group. So when it comes to designing an irresistible group, there's actually only 2 key factors you want to keep in mind. The first one that you design an irresistible group based on who your group is for. So the more specific you are, the better. And also you want to think about who are going to be the easiest clients for you to find. Let me give you an example of this. Let's say you're a career coach and you're thinking about offering a group coaching program for people in career transition. Well, that's great. That'll apply to anyone that's interested in career transition. But let's say instead you take this who to heart when designing your irresistible group and you say, you know what? My career coaching business has two main kinds of people. I work a lot with new college grads and also with baby boomers who are recently unemployed and weren't expecting to be in a career change at this point. A smart coach would then say, I'm going to design two different groups, one to appeal to each of those target markets because you're really going to be able to speak their language and address the concerns and the challenges that those two different groups have around that one common topic of career transition. So that's the first way to design an irresistible group. Pick a specific who, group of people it's for, and really focus on that in your marketing. The second way to design an irresistible group is to focus on what the group is about. So people will come to a group coaching program because they want to achieve a specific result or outcome. And the way that you make your group irresistible is by really understanding what your target market, what your ideal clients want. The way I recommend you do that is by doing some target market research. You could do an online survey, one-on-one interviews, either by phone or in person, or perhaps do focus groups. I can tell you that the focus group approach works excellent for designing a group coaching program. For example, Brenda, one of the participants in one of the earlier group coaching success programs, decided to do just that. She knew she wanted to coach middle-aged women in midlife transition, but she wasn't sure what to make the coaching group about. So she wisely decided to host a number of focus groups, in-person small gatherings with women that matched her target market in her area. And through those focus groups, they told her exactly what they were most interested in getting out of the group, how they wanted to meet, which was actually in person, and she was planning on hosting the group by phone, how frequently they wanted to meet, what day of the week was best, and how long they wanted that first group to be. Brenda designed the group exactly according to what they told her, and she filled that group in a heartbeat. So if you really want to design an irresistible group, you want to really make sure you connect with who that group is for and what that group is about. Okay, I also have a bonus tip I want to give you, which is you want to focus on making especially your very first coaching group geared towards people who are going to be the easiest for you to find. Let me give you some examples of what I mean by that. So for example, you might focus on reaching out to past employers and professional connections. What about groups, associations, and clubs you belong to? You also want to think about any religious organizations you participate in, as well as tapping into your personal network, your email list, and of course, past clients. For example, Anna Meekin was a participant in one of our first group coaching success programs. She lives in Belgium and she wanted to start her first coaching group quickly. So she put together a program specifically for past clients. Through just a couple of emails she sent out, she was able to fill that initial group. Then there was Patricia. She's a parenting coach, very involved in her local community parenting association. And she realized that to start a group for parenting, which was a niche she was really focused in, she could tap into that existing parents club, and she offered her first group program through them. One last example I want to share with you, Nancy, a coach that I worked with one-on-one, wanted to start doing corporate group coaching work. So she tapped into her existing HR network and got an introduction into the HR department of a Fortune 100 company here in the Bay Area. Well, long story short, within 3 months of that initial meeting, she was running 2 career development groups for women in a specific department within this Fortune 100 company, and then continue to offer programs within that department for a long time to come after that. So clearly, if you start in your own backyard, it makes it so much easier, and you would be shocked. You would be shocked about how easy it will be to fill your first coaching group when you really get serious and committed. Okay, so we're at the end of today's video, and your assignment, if you choose to accept it, is to start thinking about who your coaching group would be for and what it would be about. And I recommend that you do a little market research. You could choose to do something a little bit more formal and take it on as a project, or just bring it up casually in conversation and see what kind of feedback you get. If you found this video helpful, I'd really appreciate it if you click the like button below, and also post any questions or comments, and I will promise to read every single one and personally reply to as many as I can. One last thing, if you're on board to support me in this mission of seeing 100,000 new people get coached through affordable group coaching who wouldn't otherwise get to receive the power of coaching, just make a comment about that below. Tell me you're one of the coaches who commits to starting at least one coaching group of 10 people between now and the end of the year. All we need are 10,000 coaches to commit to doing one coaching group with 10 people who wouldn't otherwise get coached, and together we'd be able to get 100,000 new people coached this year that would not otherwise receive coaching. Oh, I get excited just thinking about it. So go ahead, leave a comment, click the like button, and stay tuned for video number 2, where I'm going to be answering the biggest question I get about group coaching: how do I fill my groups? Thanks for joining me, and make it a great day.